begins. Winter storm warning. Millions of Americans from Colorado to Massachusetts in the path of wicked weather this morning. Heavy snow and wind sending cars and trucks sliding off roads. The storm even sparking a deadly avalanche. Ginger here with the latest timing and track.
ABC News investigates Michael Bloomberg. New questions this morning about the Democratic presidential candidate, allegations of sexist remarks, and a company culture that some former employees say degraded women.
Urgent manhunt. The search right now for the killer of college freshman Tessa Majors. The 13-year-old in custody, telling police 2 others are on the run as hundreds gather at a vigil overnight.
The new video of the New England Patriots film crew caught improperly taping an opponent's sideline.
And this is a piece you're filming on your advanced scout? Yeah. Come on, guys.
What the NFL and the team are saying now.
Missing the mark. The Hallmark Channel reversing its decision to pull a commercial showing 2 women kissing after facing fierce backlash. Their About face this morning.
Holiday shopping alert. How Facebook and retailers are targeting you with ads for items you don't even look at online. The way you're now being tracked in stores and how to stop it.
And barely moving. The car caught in a traffic jam when this happens. Behind that scary moment.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. Hope you had a better weekend than the family in that car.
True.
We know it was a good weekend for Buffalo Bills fans. The team clinched the playoff spot overnight.
Yeah, talk about dedication. The fans were out in full force to celebrate, and take a look. There they are, 2 a.m., welcoming the team back to Buffalo in 25-degree weather, no less.
Ooh, and they're certainly feeling the cold. Speaking of 25-degree weather in Kansas, take a look at the Chiefs game. They had a pre-game snowball fight there, a little naughty, and then a little nice. See, they made some snow angels, too. And guess what? That winter storm is on the move this morning as major holiday travel week gets underway. Ginger starting us off with all the latest news we need to know. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning to you, Amy. Missouri State Highway Patrol telling us that just yesterday, more than 550 weather-related accidents in their state alone. The trouble this morning stretches all the way into Indiana.
Spin out, we're on Highway 71 South.
Nearly a 1/4 inch of ice and up to a foot of snow from Kansas to Indiana. Slick roads sidelining vehicles in Saline County, Kansas, temporarily shutting down Interstate 135. And in Galesburg, Illinois, this car losing control, sliding into a railroad track. Its side door smashed in, but thankfully, nobody hurt. In Missouri, highways littered with stalled cars and backups.
And westbound has 4 plows clearing the roadways.
As a fleet of snowplows work through whiteout conditions in Kansas City to clear the highway. The Chiefs hosting the Broncos in a fresh coat of snow. And in Utah, a deadly avalanche taking the life of a 45-year-old snowboarder. More than 2.5 feet of snow this last week after a brief warm-up likely caused the avalanche. Warnings and advisories from Colorado and New Mexico all the way to Rhode Island and Massachusetts. What's going to happen here is this long front and the low associated with it could cause tornadoes and even damaging winds back from northern Alabama through Mississippi later this afternoon. Indianapolis could get 5 to 9 inches of snow. That is going to certainly impact your afternoon commute. And then tomorrow morning, New York City should stay rain, but ice and snow up to Boston. This is going to be a problem Tuesday morning if anybody has travel plans tomorrow, George.
Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to go to Washington now, where the House is gearing up for a final vote on impeachment this week. The president on track to become the 3rd president in history impeached by the House, setting up a Senate trial for early next year. Our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, on Capitol Hill with the latest. And Mary, the jockeying over that Senate trial is heating up.
George, it certainly is. As impeachment is now heading to a trial in the Republican-controlled Senate, the president will be on friendlier turf. But this morning here on the Hill, the partisan battle lines are already being drawn. Even before the House votes on impeachment, Republicans are promising it's not going anywhere in the Senate.
I want to end it. I don't want to legitimize it. I hate what they're doing.
We're going to have fair proceedings, and then it's not going anywhere because the facts aren't there.
The top Republican in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, is all but guaranteeing to acquit, promising, quote, total coordination with the White House. Democrats are outraged.
And here you have the majority leader of the Senate, in effect the foreman of the jury, saying he's going to work hand in glove with the defense attorney. That's a violation of the oath that they're about to take, and it's a complete subversion of the constitutional scheme.
Trying to force Republicans to the negotiating table, Democrats have released their own plan for a trial, asking for 4 witnesses the White House prevented from testifying in the House, including Acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney and former Trump National Security Advisor John Bolton.
Majority Leader McConnell needs to sit down with Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and negotiate over exactly what the terms of this trial will be. The American people deserve the truth, not political theater.
Even if the process is dead on arrival in the Senate, Democrats in the House are standing by their decision.
If President Trump is overwhelmingly acquitted in the Senate, is that a failure?
No, it isn't a failure. At least it's not a failure in the sense of our constitutional duty in the House.
Now, overnight, the House Judiciary Committee released its full 658-page report outlining the case against the president. This vote on Wednesday is going to be historic, George, but it's not without some political risk for many Democrats. The president and Republicans have been putting a lot of pressure on those moderate Democrats up for re-election in districts that Trump won, and a handful of them are expected to oppose impeachment. One of those Democrats, Representative Van Drew of New Jersey, is actually planning to switch parties, joining Republicans ahead of the vote.
Yeah, the president is touting that ahead of the vote. Meantime, some of those moderate Democrats you just talked about are pushing to have a former Republican be one of their managers for impeachment in the Senate.
Yeah, his name is Justin Amash. Democrats are hoping that adding his conservative voice to make their case against the president will help them appeal to a broader group of Americans and let them make the case that this is a bipartisan effort. Justin Amash is a libertarian. He left the Republican Party earlier this year. He is one of the most conservative voices here on the Hill, and he is an outspoken critic of the president's.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much. To see you.
Okay, George, we're going to head to the race for the White House now. On the spotlight this morning on Michael Bloomberg and new details on allegations of sexism. The billionaire accused of making crude remarks toward women at his company, and his company the target of 3 ongoing lawsuits by former female employees. Our chief national correspondent Tom Yamas has more on all of this. Good morning, Tom.
Cecilia, good morning to you. This is a booklet that we believe has never been seen on TV and one that no presidential candidate would want out there. It's an original copy of the portable Bloomberg, The Wit and Wisdom of Michael Bloomberg, a collection of his quotes assembled by one of his top staffers in the early 1990s as a birthday gift. Bloomberg says he doesn't remember making the comments, but the quotes we found inside echo claims in lawsuits accusing Michael Bloomberg of sexist remarks and fostering a company culture that degraded women then and now. In the 1990s, as Michael Bloomberg's company was taking off, one of his regional sales managers, Sakiko Sakai's career at Bloomberg was about to end. The tipping point came, she says, when Sakai told her boss, Michael Bloomberg, she was pregnant.
She thought he would be pleased that she was pregnant. She said that to him, and he said to her, "Kill it."
In her lawsuit, Sakai, who resigned soon after her child was born, alleges that she understood the statement of Michael Bloomberg to mean that I should have an abortion to keep my job. When the remark first surfaced in the late 1990s, Bloomberg strongly denied saying it. But there are allegations of other disturbing remarks. In an interview with the New York State Division of Human Rights, Sakai alleges Bloomberg told her, "If you look like that, I would do you in a second," gesturing to another woman. Another time saying, "Your expletive looks huge in that new dress." That case also includes an allegation that Bloomberg told a group of female employees he wanted to perform a sex act on actress Sharon Stone.
If Mr. Bloomberg is running for president, I think the public needs to know what actually happened in his business.
One of Sakai's lawyers told us she can't discuss this period. Her case settled, and she signed a confidentiality agreement. Bonnie Josephs first represented Sakai when she sued Michael Bloomberg and his company. Joseph says she interviewed a dozen employees at the time who described a sexist atmosphere full of raunchy behavior.
At the Christmas parties or other kinds of parties, the male employees sometimes put plastic breasts on them, which squirted water from the nipples of the plastic breasts.
The allegations echo what's found inside this booklet from 1990, The Portable Bloomberg, which has dogged the presidential candidate for decades. In it, Bloomberg is quoted as saying, "If women wanted to be appreciated for their brains, they'd go to the library instead of to Bloomingdale's. I know for a fact that any self-respecting woman who walks past a construction site, doesn't get a whistle, will turn around and walk past again and again until she does get one." I want an expletive from Jane Fonda. Have you seen Jane Fonda? Not bad for 50. Just yesterday, ABC News questioned Bloomberg about these allegations.
Do you think you've made any mistakes in the way that you treated female employees at your company?
I don't. Not everybody's happy, but we have an enviable record of treating people the same in terms of compensation and promotions and authority.
We have investigated the company for the last 4 years, and the culture is such that women are not valued. In fact, they're objectified.
Attorney Donna Clancy has filed 3 cases against the Bloomberg company since 2016 that are ongoing. The allegations include sexual harassment and gender inequality. And Clancy says there's a reason why voters may have never heard of other allegations like these. It's because Bloomberg's company agreed to financial settlements with non-disclosure agreements attached, silencing the women who are complaining.
They want to keep these NDAs. They don't want anyone talking about it.
Now, a company spokesperson denied allegations of a culture hostile to women and highlighted a series of reforms Bloomberg enacted when he returned to the company in 2014, including extending paid maternity leave. Even so, a Bloomberg campaign spokesperson said, quote, Mike has come to see that some of what he has said is disrespectful and wrong. Guys.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, thanks, Tom. Turning now to the latest on that chilling murder of a college student here in New York City. The search still on this morning for at least 2 suspects, while overnight a huge vigil took place honoring Tessa Majors. Ariel Reshef has the latest.
Overnight, hundreds gathering on the very park steps just a block from campus, where police say Tessa Majors was attacked last Wednesday around 7 p.m. by a group of teens who demanded money before leaving her staggering in vain for help.
New York should have been her place to learn and grow, and instead it became the place where her life was stolen away from us.
This morning, an intense manhunt underway for the killer of the Barnard freshman.
Those responsible, however many there may be, will be brought to justice.
On Friday, police arresting a 13-year-old suspect they say was caught with the murder weapon and appeared to match a suspect in grainy surveillance video. Police charging him with murder, robbery, and weapons possession, now being held without bail. Police say that teen is not the stabber, but made statements linking him to the grisly crime and implicated at least 2 others from his middle school.
They have one in custody, and he is the storyteller, he's the narrator. And you get detailed information, and you see if that coincides with the physical evidence.
This morning, the 18-year-old's hometown in Virginia, also remembering the budding journalist and musician.
When you saw her, you knew that that's what she was meant to be doing. She was a great performer.
Tessa's anguished family telling ABC News, "We are devastated by the senseless loss of our beautiful and talented Tess. We are thankful for the incredible outpouring of love and support we have received from across the country."
And the 13-year-old suspect has now been charged as a juvenile, his case being handled in family court. His aunt has accompanied him throughout this investigation, and she is maintaining his innocence. George.
Such a horribly sad story. Okay, Ariel, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to the investigation at the nation's top military academies. Students from both West Point and the Naval Academy under scrutiny for flashing what looked like a white power symbol on live TV during the Army-Navy football game. Stephanie Ramos is here with the latest. Good morning, Stephanie.
George, good morning. The play from the Army-Navy football game in Philadelphia Saturday is getting the biggest reaction. West Point Military Academy staff and Navy Academy officials are investigating this moment right here where cadets at the game flashed this hand gesture, which is widely known as the white power symbol. It happened as an ESPN broadcaster was reporting live during the game. At least 4 cadets put up that symbol. Now, West Point is releasing a statement saying West Point is looking into the matter. At this time, we do not know the intent of the cadets. Now, the U.S. Naval Academy is also out with a statement saying it is also investigating and will hold those involved accountable.
So this symbol, there might be a different meaning at the military academies than what we normally see over the internet.
Right. I mean, this is a familiar symbol. It looks like the OK sign, but since 2017, according to the Anti-Defamation League, the white nationalist community adopted that sign, signifying white supremacy. So again, the schools are investigating. The cadets have not been identified, so it's unclear what their actual intent was.
Okay, Stephanie, thanks very much.
Stephanie, we're going to turn out to that reversal by the Hallmark Channel announcing overnight that it will run a commercial showing two women kissing, and that was in the face of fierce backlash for pulling the ad. Will Reeve is here with more on this story. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Cecilia. The ad from wedding planning website Zola featured a lesbian couple kissing at the altar, which drew the ire of conservative groups. So Hallmark then pulled that ad from its channel, saying that it had become a distraction. That blew the whole thing up, and now, under pressure, Hallmark is apologizing and trying to unmake its mess.
Do you think Zola could have made planning your perfect wedding easier?
We do.
This morning, after igniting a controversy by pulling ads from wedding planning website Zola featuring a same-sex couple kissing at their wedding, the Hallmark Channel is reversing course, now open to putting the commercials back on the air.
We've helped 1 million couples plan their weddings.
The president and CEO of Hallmark Cards, Inc. saying in a statement, quote, "The Crown Media team has been agonizing over this decision as we've seen the hurt it has unintentionally caused. Said simply, they believe this was the wrong decision. We are truly sorry for the hurt and disappointment this has caused." Hallmark adding that it'll be working with Zola to, quote, "reestablish our partnership and reinstate the commercials." The head of the advocacy group GLAAD weighing in on that decision overnight.
This reversal is so important for the LGBTQ community, who 2 days ago were told that they weren't worthy of running an advertisement on the Hallmark Channel. The decision to put the ad back on the air is absolutely 100% the right one.
Famous for its annual countdown to Christmas movie marathons featuring made-for-TV movies full of cookie baking, skating, and G-rated romance.
Some people just feel like
home. The Hallmark Channel came under fire after pulling the ads in question in response to complaints from a conservative advocacy group. Hallmark's parent company, Crown Media, explained their initial decision to ABC News, claiming the debate surrounding these commercials on all sides was distracting from the purpose of our network, which is to provide entertainment value. Backlash was swift and viral. The hashtag Boycott Hallmark Channel trending on Twitter, with celebrities such as Ellen DeGeneres tweeting, "Isn't it almost 2020? What are you thinking? Please explain. We're all ears." GLAAD responding, Hallmark Channel's decision to remove LGBTQ families in such a blatant way is discriminatory and especially hypocritical, coming from a network that claims to present family programming. Saturday Night Live even jabbing at the controversy this weekend.
Well, that's right. The true reason for Christmas is husband. So this has been a winter boyfriend for holiday Christmas. I'm Emily Kringle for Hallmark, reminding you to stay straight out there.
After Hallmark's initial decision to pull the ad, Zola released a statement saying it would no longer be advertising on the channel at all, pointing out that its other nearly identical ads were deemed okay to run on Hallmark, the only difference being those portrayed heterosexual couples at the altar.
They certainly heard a lot of feedback and made the change.
Talk about a distraction.
Yeah, thank you, Will. Appreciate it. Also this morning, an incredible moment of triumph on the football field. Take a look. That is Newtown, Connecticut high school football team doing something they haven't done since 1992, winning the state championship. So much celebration there in the fog, it looks like. And guess what? That victory came on the 7th anniversary of Sandy Hook. A powerful moment for those players, their families, and the entire town.
It's good to see that. Thank you, Amy. Following a lot of other stories this morning, including the latest on the Patriots and that Spygate 2.0 scandal. We're going to tell you what the new video shows.
Also outrage after Harvey Weinstein reportedly says that he has done more professionally for women than any other filmmaker. But first, let's head back over to Ginger.
And now your Select Cities, brought to you by Walgreens.
So what did you get her?
She said she needed one.
Good thing Walgreens is right around the corner with great gifts for her. Get in, get out, get jolly.
Where do we hide Denny's gift? Really?
Good thing Walgreens is right around the corner with lots of great toys. Get in, get out, get jolly.
On Weather Alert on this Monday, once again, we're getting a quick moving nuisance weather system coming through with a little bit of snow, freezing rain, even some sleet. Should be all rain, though, by late morning. Temperatures rising above freezing into the mid and upper 30s for your lunchtime hour, your afternoon and evening rush. So have that big umbrella ready to go and make sure you got something warm on and budget extra time. We've got lingering rain showers for your Tuesday, the high 49, colder conditions from midweek on through the rest of the work week.
Getting going here on a Monday. Got a lot more coming up. We'll be right back.
At the beat drop. Spies in Disguise presents The 12 Days of Christmas.
On the 12th day of Christmas, secret agents get to meet 12 sleepy night-nights.
Look at your boy, Sleepy Night Night.
11 daring nights.